Hey everyone, welcome to our weekly Microsoft 365 Pulse Roadmap recording. This week you are blessed, cursed, stuck with Tam and Tom, the TamTom Show today. Jen's in the M365 conference in Orlando, and Adam is off at a meeting. So just the two of us this week. A fair amount of things in the in development list. Those are the things that are being worked on by Microsoft, and they will, once they've been cleared to start testing in the external world, start into a rolling out category, which means they are starting to roll out to the tenants to which they are targeted. Finally, we have launched, which means that if you have the tenant to which this was targeted towards, you should have it by now. And the final one that we have on occasion is canceled, and we do have a couple canceled this week, so we'll go over at the very end. So with that, I will go ahead and let my wife start. What do you find, Tamara, in the in development column?
I find Copilot, Copilot, Copilot.
There's a little bit of that this week.
So find the perfect visual with Copilot and Designer for Word. Plugins in copilot.microsoft.com. Users can now use plugins via copilot.microsoft.com to expand the Copilot skills. Chat support to generate a SWOT analysis. Users can ask for a SWOT analysis or pro-con list of a document or topic that will analyze their document and bring in relevant enterprise and web context to inform the derived analysis. And then there's also a summary in chat support for document text selection. Copilot in Forms can generate quizzes from provided materials. So you don't have to come up with the questions and answers. Copilot will do that for you. That's coming out in June. Everything else I talked about, we've got the visuals. It's coming out in June. The plugins are coming out in December. Then we also have Copilot assisted loop page creation. That's coming out in May. So you can collaborate with Copilot to go from a blank page to a structured document ready for collaboration as quickly as possible. Start from scratch or select an existing page or a template as a starting point, and Copilot can modify it for the task at hand.
Copilot, I'm not even going to have to work here.
I know. No, there were still some good ones. All right, back to you, Tom.
Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom of the list because that's where my world of SharePoint resides for this week. There are 4 of them. All of them look kind of interesting. So SharePoint pages, inline comments. So author inline comments enables users to collaborate, provide feedback, and track issues within a page or a news post. Sounds interesting. I'm having a little bit of a hard time wrapping my mind around how that would work unless you just have basically like a comments field in the middle of your news story and people can chime in as you go, and that kind of becomes some form of collaboration.
I think it's going to be more like comments in like a Word document.
That could be.
Where you have to turn them on to view them, and you can turn them off.
True, but on pages, a lot of times you have comments at the bottom anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact
that this is inline comments.
Yeah. So we'll find out. But we're going to have to hold our breath because we're not going to see this until December, but it is coming out to all the different tenants that we have out there. Second on the list, I'll stick with the pages here. Updated Hero web part with new layouts and styles. The reimagined Hero web part will feature a carousel layout and a selection of new styles, creating an eye-catching and engaging experience at the top of the page. Yeah, I think that's awesome because I think that the web part, Hero web part, already has a lot of cool features in there. The fact that you're going to be able to do even more with it to put information up at the top of the page and make it easier for people to get to relevant sections can be nothing but good. And that's, again, also December and also going out to DoD, GCC High, GCC, and worldwide. Then we have image shapes. Easy for that to write, not easy for me to say. we're adding the capability to apply a shape over the image web part, as well as on inline images in the text web part. Shapes include squares, circles, triangles, hexagon, pebbles, and teardrops. So I'm guessing what this probably means is you put an image out there, but instead of trying to take the image, do all the circle this, square that, arrow this before you put it in there, you're going to be able to put it out there, but then you're going to be able to take that shape and circle something within the image as it's already on the page, which could make it a lot easier to maneuver the image and make it a little bit more helpful if you're trying to bring certain things out in terms of the content. That's due in June, again, coming to everybody. And the final one that I'll mention before I throw it back to Tamara is SharePoint Flexible Layout. I have a feeling this is going to be really a big deal and
I'm excited.
long-awaited update here. New flexible layout sections allow authors to build pages without the strict column structure. Web parts can be dynamically resized and moved within flexible sections. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times people have gone, well, yeah, but I really want this to be laid out differently. It's like, sorry, modern page, you're stuck with columns and you can have 1, 2, or 3, and that's about it. The fact that they're going to now allow you to have flexible sections and be able to hold them around, do unusual and unique things with them, I think it's going to be really interesting. Again, hold your breath for a while because it's not coming out until January, but it is coming out to all the different tenants. So I think that one's going to be really interesting when it hits. Tamara, do you have some additional ones you'd like to go over?
Yeah, Access got some love.
Yes, they did.
So there's modern chart improvements. So a top ask from customers is to modernize Access charts and to support better data visualization in Access. To satisfy this user request, Microsoft is integrating a new charting package called Ivy into Access. So Ivy is a charting package written by the Office DVX team that is currently used in Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. Then Access also received Integrate Monaco framework to improve SQL editor capabilities. So the Monaco editor is fully featured code editor from VS highlighting, IntelliSense, and autocomplete. So that first one's coming out in and the second one is coming out in September. So one right after the other.
You gotta
Tom,
love how they keep saying, Access is going away, Access, and they just keep making more and more changes to it.
Yeah, it's true. Did you have anything else in development?
Actually, rolling back up the list a little bit, I saw another SharePoint one that I happened to miss on my first pass, and that is enhancements to the text web part. New features coming to the text web part includes enhancements to styling, formatting, bullets, numbered lists, and tables. Go into any real explanation as to what these enhancements are and those things because you have them to begin with. But either way, you're going to be getting some enhancements to those particular features. That's coming in August and will once again hit all the various tenants that we have out here. Make a quick scroll here and see if there's anything else that I see.
There's one I'm real excited about.
You go for it then.
Microsoft Teams draggable presenter toolbar, well screen sharing. Yes, yes. So introducing the ability for presenters to freely drag the presenter toolbar on top of the screen while screen sharing. That makes me so happy.
Glad you like that one.
Yes.
When's that one coming out?
That's coming out in June. So we've got a little while to wait, but everybody's going to get that love.
Awesome. Cool. So do you have anything else you want to cover in development?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start with the rolling out. And one of them is SharePoint video pages. So this is creating video-centric content like highlighting meeting content or executive messages within the new video pages templates, presenting them in line, playable, and beautiful. These templates are available in both SharePoint and Stream, which is basically SharePoint. making it easy to showcase video with a custom and branded pages experience from either application. This is coming out in April, and I love the idea that they're going to have the ability to create pages in a SharePoint site that are actually geared towards videos. So they're going to, be laid out and have probably the web parts all in place to be able to display one or more videos and things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what those actually look like. And again, it's supposed to be out in April, which means that you either have it now or you'll get it tomorrow. Sure. And with the one other one that I will mention, just because we were really happy when it showed up in our tenant, and that is Loop components in OneNote. Tap into the real-time collaborative experience or solution provided by Loop directly within the powerful multimodal OneNote canvas. The opportunities are endless. You can create or insert Loop components into your OneNote notebook. Navigate to insert Loop to create a new component, or try pasting a link to an existing component to have it show up in your OneNote canvas. So this is rolling out, and it's coming us to worldwide. The government tenants don't look like they're getting it. Do keep in mind on this one, from what we can tell when it hit our tenant, only affects the OneNote web client at this time. They are planning on rolling it out to the OneNote client, the full featured client. But from what I can tell, it's not there yet. It's probably 2 or 3 months away before you actually get it in the OneNote client, which I will be thrilled to death when that happens. I would love to be able to do Loop components in OneNote. So those were the two things I saw out here. Tamara, what do you have?
In OneDrive, there's going to be a media node in OneDrive for the web. So Microsoft is adding a media node to the left navigation of OneDrive for the web, which will allow commercial customers to easily find all the photos and video content stored in their OneDrive in a single view.
That's
Now,
awesome.
it says commercial customers, but it is coming out to everybody in April. So like Tom likes to say, today or tomorrow, it'll be out in your tenant. And then this I thought was interesting. This is Outlook Open a Teams meeting chat. For meetings that are created as team meetings, users now have the option to open the Teams meeting chat directly from the meeting event in their Outlook mobile calendar. Selecting that option will open chat in Teams or tell a user to get the Teams app.
Get on
like
board,
that.
dude.
Yeah. And then the one that I really liked, because I have the attention span of a tsetse fly, is
Comment,
Microsoft
Tom,
Teams.
Don't comment, Tom.
In Microsoft Teams, meeting details will now be displayed on the pre-join screen, so available for all in-tenant participants. The meeting pre-join screen will now include contextual information about, like, the meeting title, scheduled start and scheduled end time, and the number of participants who have joined the call. What I also like is the people who were invited or the organizer of the meeting. I would like that too.
Cool. Anything else you want to cover in rolling out?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, we do have 6 items in launched. All of them are really techy in nature. Did you have anything that hopped out that you wanted to mention? Or do you want me to just kind of do a brief flyover?
There is interact with Copilot in new Outlook for Windows and web.
True.
So you can interact with Copilot in Outlook, ask questions, or provide instructions directly inside of Outlook. And users can type and receive responses from Copilot in the right-hand side panel. And that can be opened by the user clicking on the Copilot icon in the top navigation bar.
And how do we tag that entry?
New Outlook for Windows.
For Windows.
Is there anything you want to touch on, sir?
I'll just mention there are some items out there. If you get this list as part of an email, distribution list that you're on. Purview has compliance portal for eDiscovery Premium hold reports are out now. You also have Edge, Microsoft Edge desktop shortcut for new enterprise devices is out there. You've got Microsoft Viva Engage Viva Engage Answers Intelligent Importer. So this allows you to upload documents and use AI to generate question and answer pairs from that content within answers communities on Engage for premium users. So that's like the version that you're using and paying more for, just instead of just the regular stuff that you normally get. And for Viva Learning, they talk about increased synergy between web app and Teams app.
Did they use the word synergy?
Yeah, they actually use the S word there. Users will be able to easily switch between Viva Learning Teams app and web app. Okay, that's launched. If you wanted it, it's out there. And then finally, we have a couple of cancellations. One is Windows 365 encryption with bring your own key support. This was basically so you could bring your own key for your cloud PC and encrypt it all with your own key. This roadmap item is no longer accurate and will be removed from the roadmap in the near future. So if you were looking for that or thought you were going to get it at some point, it doesn't look like you are. And the final one, which I'm kind of bummed about because this would have been really nice, and that is Microsoft Stream site level video analytics dashboard. I can't tell you how many times people are like, how can I tell who viewed what and how many views I've gotten? And it's not easy. So you were going to have a dashboard. It was going to be awesome. I was so happy. It was going to include metrics for videos on the SharePoint site, total views, unique viewers, average watch rate.
Don't get everybody excited about it.
I'm sorry, I'm just excited. There were so many cool things. Geolocation and device, who's watching it from where, top 20 videos. And to better align with our features with customer needs, the Microsoft Stream Advanced Video Analytics feature has been canceled to prioritize other key areas of development. Bummer. So hopefully someday that will come back in some way, shape, or form, because I think it's desperately needed. You're just not going to get it right now, unfortunately. So that pretty much covers our list. It was a relatively brief show. The fact that they're doing M365 conference this week, I'm expecting there to be announcements for, that C word. What's that C word there? Copilot. Yeah, there'll be Copilot announcements. It's probably all Copilot all the time. There'll be
Solo driver. It's called Solo Driver. No, Copilot. Sorry.
I love it. There'll be SharePoint stuff. I'm sure there'll be other things that they'll talk about. I'm sure Purview and things like that. So expect, and we've said this before, expect to see more on the list in an upcoming show, but it never seems to really explode like it used to when we had like 250 items and we're going, what happened here? But anyway, that's our show for this week. Thank you for giving us some time to watch this. We always enjoy doing it. And with that, Tamara and I wish you a bond farewell. Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.